phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name is Blake Cousins, and we're live again on Third Phase of Moon Blog Talk Radio, where we're going to discuss some of the major sightings from around the world that we received this week, including taking your calls in regards to UFOs, alien abductions, and possible cover-up by the U.S. government. You know, just a couple days ago, we received a Skype via Kitty from Canada, and it was absolutely incredible. She Skyped me. She said, look at what I'm looking at. And we were filming live videos via Skype. I think it was the first time ever done in history, and it was absolutely incredible. If anybody out there has captured anything amazing, and if you have Skype, a droid, anything like that, a droid phone, and you're seeing lights in the skies, UFOs, film it, contact us at Third Phase of Moon via Skype, and we want to see it and broadcast it live right here on Third Phase of Moon YouTube. And I think that's what will get people excited and willing to believe that we're not alone. Now we're going to take some calls from the public and discuss UFOs and alien abductions tonight. Let's take our first call from, I'm not exactly sure. Welcome to Third Phase of Moon. Who am I speaking with?
It's Rachel. So, I wanted to talk about my experiences as an abductee, if you'd like to discuss.
Well, certainly, yeah. That's one of the main topics tonight. Go ahead. So you had an encounter with an alien being?
Yeah, actually, it's been happening since I was a child. So, as an adult, like, they still happen, but, I want to discuss about it because I know other people want to talk, but they're still scared, like, they're apprehensive. Me, I'm just ready to, like, bust open the doors and, just talk about it,
That's great. That's great. Well, the lines are open. People are listening around the world live right now. Many people see and listen to the material, and we want to get the word out. So if you could go into detail about how and when it all got started for you.
Well, I was very young, and, I thought they were nightmares. I would tell my mom I'm seeing things, there's things around me, like there's little people, like I'm terrified of the closet at night, like I don't want to sleep in my room, and then I would wake up with scratches and stuff, and she's like, oh, you probably scratched yourself in your sleep. I'm like, no, I see these things, and, from there, it escalated a little bit, because after those experiences, I started having some behaviors. I would go up to her, and I shaved my eyebrows off. I'm like, look, we're not supposed to have these. We're supposed to look like them, like, we're not even supposed to have hair, and she just started laughing at me, and I'm like, no. And then I started having physical evidence. I have scoop marks on my back, and just, it's pretty intense. I've been examined by people in their field, and just it's gotten more difficult throughout getting older, because I wouldn't have any periods. I thought I was pregnant, but there was nothing there, so I guess you can call it missing fetus syndrome. It was very, very strange, and they feel like dreams, but they're not dreams, because you can feel everything, and you can smell it, and it just, you go up to these beings, and you don't use your, you don't talk to them, it's all telepathic, and it's very, very interesting, and magnetically, you're just really drawn to people who are experiencing the same things that you are. And my life has been very chaotic to this point now. It's like a beautiful chaos, because I've been meeting people that I can relate to, and it helps. I've been meaning to get a regression, but I haven't actually stepped forward to do it yet, because I don't know what will be the consequences of that. But yeah, I would love to talk more about it if there's any questions for anybody can relate to it. I'm just coming out with it. There's so much things I could talk about,
Rachel, can you tell our caller from Australia about, you've had these close encounters of what these aliens look like and what their agenda was towards you anyway?
Oh, yeah. Well, because I've had different experiences with different beings. So I've had experience with the Greys. They use me for breeding, so hybrid program. And, that's one of the beings I saw, they're small, drony type, big eyes. They're menacing at first. As a kid, you know what's going on, but then you start to relax, and you're just like, okay, I guess tonight's the night, they're going to come, and you're not, I'm not as scared anymore. One of the beings that I saw, I also had contact with abducturians, and they're gorgeous. I mean, they're blue, and just, no words can describe how beautiful they are, and the energy was just unbelievable. I've seen reptilians, but they're just, I didn't have a full, it's like high and by type thing, it wasn't too happy, but it was a high and by type thing, because, that was like a lucid dream kind of state, so I was like, okay, whatever, I don't know, it was just there, I've had contact with, they're more shadowy type beings. I don't know if they're alien or not, but they're very shadowy, shadow people, very tall, slim, no defined features. It's just more what the hell is that? And I don't know what is going on, and it's frightening. Those ones are the ones that give me the greatest anxiety I've ever felt. They take all the energy from you, and it's just so negative. They try to put you at the lowest place possible. I would say they're lower density beings. They're disgusting type beings. I don't like handling them, but when they come around, and they're pretty frightening.
Let's go to the caller from Australia and talk about his close encounter with a reptilian, and you possibly got some photographs of these. Well, you said you took some photographs. We sure would like to see them here at Third Phase of Moon.
Yes, Blake, I have. I took 8 altogether, but what I want to make clear is, and also your previous caller, she said she saw reptilians. Now, these people that I saw in the sky actually had a looked like an ivory band around their head. Did she see the same thing? It had golden sort of markings on the front, but it was a definite band, white ivory type of band around their heads. But that was one. But over the period of time now, what I've noticed, and I think it's related to biblical. You've got 2 types. You've got the Antichrist ones, which are the reptilians, the little greys, or whatever. I haven't seen any of those little greys. I don't know anything about it. But on my property over the 2 years, I'm now surrounded by well over 100 UFOs that come every night. They are watching. I've had contact, not verbal contact. I've had contact as far as they light up my tree in my backyard area of the house. That's the only contact I've had. They've grown in numbers. They're getting closer and closer as if they're going to make contact. I'm totally not afraid of them now. I asked who they were, and I asked if they were God's angels.
You're having encounters and sightings over your home over there in Australia on a nightly basis where you're seeing hundreds of UFOs, and they're coming over. Are you going to be sending us this video? We sure would like to see it.
Blake, I'll tell you why. I do not take videos. I bought an infrared telescope and everything. I've seen a hell of a lot. They don't I actually had one of those animal video cameras that, if an animal comes within 50 meters, it comes on. They don't like that. I had my iPhone out. They turned the lights out. I made a pact with them, and it's a respect thing because they've respected me. They've respected my privacy. They've respected me. They've been very good to me. They haven't scared me. I had a couple of encounters at the start where I was totally petrified.
Shoot these things. Do a little bit of UFO paparazzi on them. Get that footage and get the answer out. We're going to take a call from area code 323. Welcome to Third Phase Moon. This is Blake Cousins. Who am I speaking with?
This is Jacqueline, and I'm actually Rachel's best friend. And so what's interesting is we met at an expo related to these subjects because, of course, we're naturally drawn to these subjects. And we met, and she told me about her experiences. And I am an experiencer, that's what I call it, but at the time I thought that I was just having similar experiences, but I would only call them dreams. So I was in some serious denial, and I think it's important to note that because a lot of people have experiences. Barbara Lamb, who is a famous regressor, she says that at least 8 million people get abducted in our country, in the United States alone, a year. So we may have people that we know, and there's people all around that are having different types of experiences that they may think are just dreams or paranormal experiences. I was one of those people, and now that I've been regressed by Yvonne Smith, who's also a famous regressor and who works with Dr. Roger Lear, and now I know that these experiences have been happening, like Rachel, my whole life.
Getting the word out, collaborating, sharing people's stories, not ridiculing, spitting on anybody that comes out and says, I've been abducted. Treat the people with respect. They got something to say. Let them say it, and, let's try and understand what's really going on. I would, suggest always walking around with a droid phone or any kind of camera when you're around because, when this goes down, it's best to capture it. What do you say? Do you think maybe in the future when this is this an ongoing experience for you?
Yeah, so it's been my entire life. Recently I've had a witness who has seen some things that have happened to me, but I think that it's almost very difficult to catch it on camera. Not to say that we can't. If you see a UFO, that's a little bit easier. But when we are in the abduction state, and Rachel can chime in if she wants to, we're sedated, and most of the time
that we're not alone. Now we're going to take some calls from the public and discuss UFOs and alien abductions tonight. Let's take our first call from, I'm not exactly sure. Welcome to Third Phase of Moon. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rachel. So, I wanted to talk about my experiences as an abductee, if you'd like to discuss.
Well, certainly, yeah. That's one of the main topics tonight. Go ahead. So you had an encounter with an alien being?
Yeah, actually, it's been happening since I was a child. So, as an adult, they still happen, but, I want to discuss about it because I know other people want to talk, but they're still scared, they're apprehensive. Me, I'm just...
Third phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name is Blake Cousins, and we're live again on Third Phase of Moon Blog Talk Radio, where we're going to discuss some of the major sightings from around the world that we received this week, including taking your calls in regards to UFOs, alien abductions, and possible cover-up by the U.S. government. Just a couple days ago, we received a Skype via Kitty from Canada, and it was absolutely incredible. She Skyped me. She said, look at what I'm looking at. And we were filming live videos via Skype. I think it was the first time ever done in history, and it was absolutely incredible. If anybody out there has captured anything amazing, and if you have Skype, a droid, anything like that, a droid phone, and you're seeing lights in the skies, UFOs, film it, contact us at Third Phase of Moon via Skype, and we want to see it and broadcast it live right here on Third Phase of Moon YouTube. And I think that's what will get people excited and willing to believe